just like take a moment to imagine a spider being attracted by the smell of roasted meat. That implies multiple things.
These spirits look like they are suffering. Why do you, if I am right, why do you keep them prisoner? Why not let them free? Does this give you life of some kind? Does this sustain you? What can we do to help? Maybe break all this curse upon you.
After an eon of war, Discordia, goddess of betrayal, strife, and suffering, had done the unfathomable. She had won. At her feet lay the gods, dying, their heroes broken, all hope forsaken. Reality was hers to remake in her image, her victory unassailable. In this moment, Discordia wept, for there was no one to oppose her.
Hey, you. Yes, you, watching from your scrying box. You look like a person who enjoys a good treasure hoard, so to speak. Let me tell you of a secret place where you'll find all your tabletop treasures in abundance. Misty Mountain Gaming holds the secret coffers of metal dice, acrylic dice, dice trays, and many other tabletop role-playing gaming accessories for you and your entire party. And just for scrying on us today, you'll get an extra 10% off with the coupon code TYRANTS. That's our little way of saving your party some extra gold. So start your journey now and head to mistymountaingaming.com, where you too can find the treasure of a lifetime.
And we're live. Hi, everybody. How you doing? We're having great conversations in the background. I just want to give a big shout out to Mod Light. Thank you so much for the sub and for adding a pool to the party's repertoire, which I am a part of. And boom, boom, 2 tokens on the board. And let's go around, and Cheyenne, I'll let you take over.
Hey, I am Cheyenne Wright. I'll be your game master for this evening. I'm here to run you through the Dungeons of Discordia. It is a world of chaos. You cannot control anything other than your own actions. Will you survive?
Probably
I'm
not.
done. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
That's how ready I am to get my fight on tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody else want to say anything?
If you want, you can donate to the USO. You can check out the panels below. We are doing, we're trying to raise funds for the USO. They help a lot of veterans and active duty soldiers get connected with the community, as well as through like video games and stuff like that too, I believe. Yeah, you can click that. And we're also sponsored by Misty Mountain Gaming. You can check out the Misty Mountain Gaming logo in the panels. It might be a little hard to see. We're trying to get that fixed. If you click that and use the code TYRANTS on their shop, you'll get 10% off your entire purchase. And we also get a kickback from that as well. So that does help support the channel. All right, that's all I have to go through.
And, you know, as a segue, since you talked about the USO, welcome to DOD, not Department of Defense.
The Dungeons of
Dungeons of
Discordia.
Discordia.
By the way,
That's
hi,
right,
Department
bro.
of Defense, if you're watching. Welcome
They
to the
are.
stream.
Shout out to my guys out in NSA. Don't quote any of that stuff.
Yeah.
My friends
That's between
Bill
us.
and John. down at the FBI headquarters.
I only pull that stuff up because you guys like it. Anyway.
Join my search engine.
All right, Cheyenne,
So,
take us
last
on this,
where we
on
left-
this adventure.
So, last where we left off, you had been heading towards the Silver Ruins in order to try and acquire some alchemical equipment for Ulo, the alchemist, back in Delverhome. And along the way, you spotted a strange outcropping in the labyrinth and decided to take a detour, not more than a day's out from Delverhome. And you uncovered a small coven of lizardmen that were trying to raise up some sort of bone snake creature. You put an end to that notion, but not before the snake creature could awaken. Defeated that as well. Drove the magic that was animating it from its skull. It collapsed back into the sand. You decided to end your excursion there, set up camp in this sandy, half-submerged temple that you had found, with the intention of hauling the skull back to Delverhome in the morning as a trophy before returning to your expedition to the Silver Ruins. Well, we'll pick up immediately after the fight, as some of you are still wounded, and you're still within that hour's time frame of getting some sort of magical healing from a potion, or if someone else should say have a boon of the horned god they would like to use.
Someone might have that.
Let's describe it.
Does anybody else have a good one, or am I the only smart one that picked healing?
You are the only intelligent person in this party.
You're it. Yep.
That's really cool. Let's take a moment to kind of absorb that. Because there was this cool moment where we freed a whole god and we got to pick any spell from, the druid playbook, and we could have picked healing. And one of us did. And that was me.
Well played.
Well played.
And so I could bestow that upon. How many of us are wounded here? Is it just Drada?
Just Vec. Just Vec.
Oh, it's
me.
Vec.
Just
Okay.
back. Mm-hmm. Drada was
Drada-
smart. He stood back.
Drada avoided all injury, but Vec took a pretty bad hit from a javelin early in the fight.
So you actually
He
see
did.
Vec like limping through the sand. He's like, stupid serpent.
Ah! Friend Vec. Let me have a look at you.
I'm fine.
I see you
So I'm, like,
over
limping.
there, squirreling about. Now, I may have something for that.
Is
As
it
you know.
ale? I feel like it's probably ale.
Well, I do. Now, just don't spread it about, but yes. But no. It
I'm very
is this
conflicted
day.
right now.
Well, you should be, because I am about to bestow upon you the boon of the horned god. Draw to get him.
What is happening?
Yes.
He just like
Stay
grabbed
there,
me
do
and
not
slammed me
move.
down in the
Drada!
sand.
Hold him! Hold him
I
now!
turned to a bear and I
What's
just stepped
happening?
on his chest.
Why am I so blurry?
All right, so you know that that in order to activate this, you need a little bit of nature to draw upon. As it is a druidic spell, so you have perhaps a leaf that you brought, a handful of leaves you picked from the thorn wild, or something like that. Some piece of moss that you scraped off.
Can
the
it just
wall.
be the dirt that I'm constantly encrusted in?
It should be something living and growing.
Well,
Maybe the
have you
worms in
seen
the
this
dirt.
hair?
By now.
Okay,
back.
as we restrain Vec, I'm gonna just pull up like a fistful of earth.
Okay.
Dirt,
what are you doing with
grass.
this?
I'm just holding it aloft.
Well, this
We're going to
chamber
bury
is
you.
this chamber is mostly sand.
Okay, well,
Uh,
sand isn't really alive.
No.
Are there? Okay, what's the plant situation in our midst. Would a rock count?
Nope.
Nope.
I grew a rock the other day. It was great.
Rocks are in nature.
But
Yes.
you give me a notice roll.
Uh-oh, this whole thing
we
is
use
about to come
blood from the
crumbling
dead?
down.
Would a rock work? That's
Can I cut myself?
Different kind of magic there.
I know, but well,
Just
we're
use
like,
the blood of the fallen enemy.
I kind of dig it though. All right, let's see. Notice. A 5.
right. A 5. You recall seeing some moss along the walls as you made your way down here.
Ah,
It's not too far.
yes.
Okay.
I see.
I'm going to harvest some of this moss.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pack some away in my backpack and bring some with me back to the scene
Okay.
of
Easily
Vex entrapment.
You scrape it off of the stone, you bring it back. It's not really about the moss or the healing properties of it. It's just your connection to the green,
Yeah,
essentially.
I just want to
The
have
green.
some.
Green.
Well,
Stay connected to the green, folks.
like always.
Don't move, Drana. Go back.
Also you, but. And now, with the blessing of the Horned God, I heal you, friend Vex.
No, moss, no.
That's not how you.
Yes!
That's
And I'm gonna
incantation.
spread it all over him, like just.
All right. Make
Smear
a
it on
spirit
him.
roll.
Oh boy.
Twist and flick.
Well,
To activate your boon, you must make a spirit roll.
that's very fair, and I got a 5,
All right. That is
so
a
it's
success,
happening. This is
which
happening
is
to you.
which is enough to heal. The moss begins to grow wildly and kind of like encircle the wound, kind of like and the tendrils of the moss act like sutures, sewing the wound shut.
Ugh.
And then once the wound is closed, as it is enough to completely heal you, the moss turns brown and just sort of flakes off and falls away, and then the skin is there's a line there like an old scar, but it's pretty much sealed up.
Bam!
Ooh, well done.
Look at that!
You can stop pinning me to the ground now.
Oh yeah.
Ah, you're
Yep,
free.
yep,
You're
go away.
free to just
Whatever. You were touching me and
roll around now that
uncontrollably.
you've
I have dirt and moss all over me.
Isn't that how your kind does
Why
it?
did you pin me? You could have just said, stay still.
ah.
Yes, but, well,
I probably wouldn't have, though, so.
exactly. And
So good thinking
for
of
this
you.
reason, you must be contained. You are a warrior of an incredible vitality, and I couldn't risk it.
And you also run a lot. Run away, like you do things quite sneaky all the time. So we didn't want you to sneak away.
Very true. Well, it seems that my wound is now healed, and it's also been subtracted from my character sheet. So I think that we are all ready to
What dark magic?
Yes, it's
What is
it's
this?
a tome
Blue
of
Devil
my statistical information.
The Horned God moves
Oh,
among us in
it's like a
ways that
profile.
cannot be perceived.
Is that your Fender profile? Is that what that is?
Yes.
All right, so you guys then proceed to set up a camp. You figured out that the temple was fairly defensible. With it only had like 2 entrances, and the rest of this area is pretty safe. You can find a place to kind of like hole up in a corner. You got the brazier there,
Definitely.
there's a campfire. You can
I'm gonna set up my pot.
Yes. My job was to find a camp, and I have found one.
Well,
Pretty good at my job.
Yeah.
that's true about you. You did sign up for that job.
I
Is there
did
anything
inherit-
else is there anything else you would like to do before you bed down for the evening? Your
Vec,
rest.
now that he is healed and his wounds been stitched together through this disgusting moss and dirt, he is going to actually clamber up the skull and see if there was like a gem that was causing the light to shine in the eyes of the serpent that we slew.
Oh, Okay, give me a notice roll.
Okay.
Oh, Vec would find the gem.
Of course he would. He's a freaking goblin. That would be a 4. That's a success.
You find no gem in the skull.
Oh no.
But you do while you're there. You sit down and kind of like frustrated and despondent. And you kind of kick some of the sand as you do so, and you hear the sound of metal, and you see the brief glint of gold fly through the air as you do so.
That kind of like looks at the rest of the party. I don't think they noticed that. And I like pick through the gold and kind of pocket it.
Well, you go down into the sand. And you start digging through your hands through the sand, and then you pull up, and there's just like gold coins scattered throughout the sand of this half sunken palace.
Grada, do you have anything like a... I don't know why this term is coming to mind, because I've never ever seen anything like it, but a crane or anything like that. Like excavation tools.
Hemmond sits up and goes,
Can I conjure a crane?
"Do we ever?"
That does not sound like a power that you took. Yeah.
I did not take conjure construction tools. That was not. I did not take that spell school. I'm sorry.
There is gold in the sand.
I did not take Tonka. Okay, I did not bring Tonka spells with me today. I'm sorry.
I didn't prepare any of my Fisher Price.
But I am Tonka.
Caterpillar or craftsman spells today. Sorry.
I didn't have summon deer, but I don't think it's the one you want.
Yeah. I have summoned deer, just not the one with John.
Well, there's gold in the sand, so whatever you want to make of that, I found some.
Oh, lovely.
I unfortunately just told you about it.
Yeah, whatever
Hemmond
I
is
find,
definitely
I
gonna
split
come
with
look.
the party evenly.
I turned myself into
Like a badger?
a sidewinder.
Vec,
I want to turn myself into a sidewinder.
Vec, what is your boon from the Horned God?
That is a good call. My boon is burrow, so I can actually burrow under the ground and then appear in a different place.
No, it finally matters.
I am a crane.
That's a great spell you chose.
I mean, forget about surviving, but
You will totally bury yourself and come back.
Yes.
he will take care of all of his funeral necessities.
And I will turn myself into a sidewinder. So I can
Right.
slither through the sand.
And the
scoop
duration
up
of that is 5 rounds. So for 5 rounds after activating it, you can basically dig around all you want.
Yeah, I'm totally
As
gonna
if
do
you're
that.
born to
That
it.
was something that would be something Vec would do, and he's like, my boon of the Horned God, and he like reaches into like the what would he even have that would be nature-y? Maybe like the corpse of a rat, or some dried frogs that he
Giant
munches
space.
on every now and then.
the moss growing on your arm.
Yes, the moss growing on my arm.
What's left over? From
What's
the
left of it? And
Actually, well, like I said, I did say some of the moss that was on the outside flaked off. There's still some moss that went into your wounds and left.
You're
behind it.
imbued with moss magic.
Moss magic. Yeah, I'm gonna cast a burrow, and I'm just gonna like drill into the ground and see what I can discover.
And all it takes is a successful spirit roll to fire it off.
All right. Time to fail.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
There you
that's a
go.
4. That's a success.
All right, so for the next 5 rounds, you can make notice rolls as you dig around to try and find additional coinage.
You want me to roll 5 times?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Oh wow, cool.
There we go.
Rainbow.
So we're just gonna collect how many successes and how many raises.
Oh my
you got.
goodness.
Oh
my goodness. Holy
Well, I
hell.
guess that means we dug a hole all the way to our destination.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're back in Delver.
I mean, how many basic successes did you get there? Or did you succeed on every one of them? You failed on one.
I failed on
Right?
one. Yep.
Yeah, but then you got 2 basic successes
And 2 successes with a raise.
and 2 successes with a raise.
One of them with
All
2
right.
raises, if that matters.
Yeah, it does actually. All right, so for the basic successes, you're able to conjure together. Ooh, nice.
I like that sound.
180 gold coins.
Ooh, 180 thorns. I like that.
Ooh.
Didn't you get
And then
4 successes on one? Because you rolled a 17 on one.
3 successes.
Or 3, I mean. Okay.
And then for the raises, you find additional treasures. And digging down through and deeper into the palace, you find other things and bring them up of what was here before, but now buried in the sand. And they include a set of exquisite eating utensils with horn handles worth 15 gold
finally.
each. There's
Some
3
class around
sets.
here.
3 sets for worth 15 gold each. I'll let you write this down. And
My spelling is terrible. Ignore it.
Oh, wow.
some sort of old woolen overcoat worth lined with mink fur worth 8
Ooh.
gold.
Okay. I thought it said overgoat.
Overgoat. How much you say that one was worth?
8 gold.
8 gold.
A wooden case with 3 bottles inside. Dark, inky colored bottles.
Hmm.
They're worth about 2 gold pieces each, and they are some kind of writing. They're ink.
Little goblin treats.
Delicious oil.
Like dressing.
For your little treasures.
Oh yeah.
Do either of you want a free box? I'm gonna keep the vials on my person.
A box?
A
How much
box?
does that
Is it
weigh?
empty?
I'm already over encumbered with rope.
I
In
will
my
take
mind.
the box.
How much were the
And I will-
horn-handled eating utensils worth?
They were worth 15 gold pieces each for each set.
Sweet.
And you get 3 sets.
Okay, perfect. I got them listed.
I'll take the box and examine it to see if there is a hidden or false bottom, or the side will open for me.
No, it is exactly as it seems. None of the I rolled beforehand. You found no magical items, or there are no magical items to find here. But you did find you several mundane things of value for trade.
Still
The
worth.
last thing you bring up is a roll a d6.
Roll a D.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, 1. I'm gonna spend a penny on. Wait, do I want to get low or high, or do I not know?
You want to get high.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a penny on that. I'm gonna reroll it.
Yeah, you want to get high.
This is how
Do I want to
this
get
is how it
high?
went last time
That'd be
when we
fun.
had to fight 30 things and we spent all our bennies on notice rolls in the beginning of the game.
Mom, stop.
5 bottles of wine.
Oh,
Okay,
Sealed in
cool.
cork
Probably
and
keep
delicate
those
wire.
I take it back. The Benny was worth it.
Each worth let's see, I think each worth 12 gold.
I was gonna
I will
say, if
take
you
one of
make it
those and a
expensive, he's
set
not
of
gonna let us
silverware,
have it.
please.
And you said I found 150 gold coins when I was digging?
180.
Ooh, that's a bigger number.
Ooh.
Cool. All right, sounds good. I got all that stuff in my inventory. Thank you, Sharon.
All right.
Man.
Yeah,
Sorry,
there you
audience.
go.
I'm sure that was riveting.
Hey, it's loot. We didn't do it at the end of last week.
That's
but,
loot.
You know.
People love loot.
So
That's what I do.
and with that, you guys, the burrow wears out, and you pretty sure you couldn't make it another trip down to look for anything else today. So it's time to set up camp and wait till morning, right?
Do
Who's, keeping
we
watch?
need to set up camp? Everyone, none of us are wounded. We have food. We head back to Delver home and go back out in the morning.
Oh.
Aren't we about a day out from Delver home? I'm trying to remember. How far from Delver home are we? About a day?
Hit refresh on that there to get all the tokens to show up. For some reason, it just doesn't do it automatically anymore.
It's adventure time.
F5.
Yep. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Fuck.
Something in the
All of my
updates, kind of messed with it a little bit. And
That's all right. I'm sure with the new Foundry update, it'll probably fix it. Hopefully.
once I'm brave enough to upgrade to the next version of Foundry, which I'm holding off on right now because I'm hearing all sorts of horror stories about updating the Savageworlds modules to the next version of Foundry.
Upgrades are scary.
I hear that those things have gotten better.
Oh.
All right, we're golden, Cheyenne.
Look
All
at
right.
it.
Yep.
So cool.
God, that's gorgeous.
I just want to adventure. Like immediately.
All right, so luckily the next time is you're clear for the rest of the day. There no other encounters were in plan, and so although Hemon, you had agreed to do some foraging.
I had.
Do you still intend to do that?
Sure. I will.
Okay.
I will forage.
So give me a survival roll, or you consume
Cool.
one of your 14 rations for the group. If you succeed, you don't consume.
I shall survive this.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you will.
Nice. Explode.
Ooh, a raise.
All right. So in fact, you actually gain a ration for the group.
Hot pockets.
Well done.
From the wild.
Hemon, since you are foraging, would you please look for anything that might be a seed or something that a bird, particularly an owl, would want to eat? Now that I'm thinking about it, it might need to be a...
For your comrade. Back in Delver.
I have a dead
They might
rat
want
if you
rodents.
But because you are acting
yes.
as both navigator and forager for the group, you must also make a vigor check. Doing 2 jobs for the group per day requires you to make a vigor check, or you're just too exhausted the next day.
Working hard.
Work hard, play hard.
Hold on, where is it? There it is.
We're on to the night.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Just a good hard work is good for the soul. You wake up the next morning
Hey,
still feeling
Gregory.
refreshed and not particularly exhausted. The evening that passes by uneventfully for everyone. In fact, this little sandy palace that you have discovered is a fairly good way station. You hope that it remains, for some time, but the Clockwork Labyrinth being what it is hard to say. But It is the new dawn-ish moon. It is the new morning cycle. There's never a dawn here in the labyrinth, unfortunately. It's always twilight. There's a distant orange rosy glow on the horizon that implies that there is a sun somewhere, but somehow its light can't seem to reach this far into the labyrinth. You collect your various treasures that you've uncovered from the sand and figure out a way to bind this skull up so you can drag it through the labyrinth back to the Delver home, perhaps with some rope.
Oh, well.
I will turn myself into a oxen. That would be the size that I can. Whatever size that is.
You cannot go above a human-sized because you only are a novice level user of the power. You can't change size until you can only go smaller. You can't go bigger at novice level.
Yeah. So can I do like a small oxen, size of a human?
Okay.
A human-sized
something that gives you more strength, basically. But
yes. Or a bear or a donkey. I don't think a donkey could tow this. Sorry.
Sure
okay. Before I do any of that,
Like a big goat.
well, before we do that, let's play the smart game. How heavy does this seem? Can I use some roll to try and gauge its weight?
Oh, it's a pretty hefty skull. I mean, it was a size 5 bone snake, which is gargantuan in size. So it's going to take you. It's going to be a hefty haul, and you guys are going to have to make several athletics checks in order to get it back.
Ooh.
Okay.
Basically,
we definitely can't like stash it because
you could do that.
But we may not come back by the.
Or depending on how long you're gone, the room here may not be here when you get back.
Yeah.
We could. I mean, we theoretically could stash it on the road, though.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
But you're only a day out from Delverhome. It's fairly close.
I say we just drag it, make our athletics checks, and then leave to go where we need to go the next day.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I will turn myself into a small quadruped of some kind that I figure like a human-sized quadruped that would help drag this along. That's more strong. A small bear, even like a black bear or a cougar. Anything stronger than
a cougar.
So, yeah, like Drata is not strong. I mean, how about like a husky or a some sort of beast of burden dog.
A Rottweiler.
Yeah, something like that. Like a 250-pound Rottweiler. That's a good one. You can strap this thing to me and I'll help drag it.
Okay. All right. So, and with that, you begin the haul it back to to Delverhome. And I'm just going to make this really simple. This is just going to be 3 rounds, and you just need to make 4 successes. And no, hang on. There's 3 of you. Let's do it 2 rounds, and you need to collect 7 successes in 2 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, round 1. Everyone, give me an athletics check.
What would the athletics check of a Rottweiler, a gigantic Rottweiler, be?
What is your athletics at the moment?
A D4.
Let's just make it a D6.
Okay.
I am stronger than a Rottweiler.
Well,
that's a fail from me.
are you?
I am not stronger than a Rottweiler.
That's all I got, folks.
Oh, all right, so that's 1 for Drata, 1 from Hammond, and nothing from Vec. So first round, you score 2, and that takes you about half the day. Basically, you're dragging it through. It's about half the day is gone. You've got it about a third of the way there back to Delverhome. Basically, if you fail this, you just have to you have to stop, set up camp again, and try again in the morning to get it the rest of the way.
Okay.
All right, so second half of the day,
Feeling good.
roll again.
Success for me.
Oops.
I will burn a Benny. Maybe if I can find my bennies. Where'd my bennies go? There they are.
Gee.
Oh, that's still a 3.
Nope. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a Benny.
So,
Oh wait, shouldn't I be rolling a
Wait.
D6 too for my wild dice?
yeah. You're getting a
Yeah.
wild die on this.
There's actually a
roll two
wild
of
die
these.
button too, by the way, Tony.
Wow.
You-
So still failed.
no, a
A 4
4
is a success.
A 4 is a success.
No, I rolled 2 dice. I rolled 2 dice because I burned the Benny. I rolled 2 extra D6s because I rolled 1 D6, then burned a Benny. So I needed 2 more wild dice. One was a 1, one was a 3. So they were still not good enough.
I see a 4 down here.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
a 4.
me too.
Okay. Listen to me. I rolled 1 and failed, but I didn't roll a wild dice with it. I rolled another one with a Benny and didn't roll a wild dice. So I just rolled 2 D6s because that's my 2 wild dice that I didn't roll. One was a 1, one was a 3, which equals 4, but it wasn't total. Those were just 2 individual wild dice rolls.
Okay.
Okay,
One was a
if you
1,
say
one
so.
was a 3.
Okay.
All right, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just saying there is a 4 in the chat window.
If you want to
Kevin.
add my wild dice together, we can do that. I am all
It's
for
not.
that.
It's not an. Oh, I see. That's
Yes.
you didn't click that. If I just rolled it out, you that's 2d6 added together for a 4.
Yes. I
I
rolled 2 wild
understand.
dice together. One was a 1, one was a 3. So they both
All right.
fit.
Remember down there, the chat in the chat down there bottom, you can actually click ace and wild, and then just click on a d6, and it'll roll a d6 plus a wild die, and treat them as separate rolls.
Yeah.
Just for the future reference. All right. So, Hammond, did you end up spending a Benny to try and go again on that?
I did not, but I will.
So the day ends, and
No, maybe I won't. Never mind. Ignore me.
The day ends. You haven't made it back to Delverhome. You've scored 3 successes, and I said you needed 7, right?
Mhm.
So you're less than half the way back still. When you guys just give up for the day, you realize you're not going to make any more progress now, and that you probably should start looking for a place to set up camp and try again in the morning. While you're doing so, does Hammond want to forage again?
Absolutely. I am rolling.
All right, that is enough that you don't need to consume any of your rations.
Well, at least we're not
and-
blowing through the food.
Right. And Drada, are you going to stay up for the evening, keep an eye on the camp?
Yes.
Watchdog.
And that's a notice roll, I think you said, after remake.
Yep.
You want to do that?
You lead. You make you lead the notice checks. Other people can still take turns assisting you, basically, but you're the one in charge of all of it. That's a success. I didn't pull any dice, basically, but I'm just going to treat a success in this case as enough of a warning that nothing kind of comes your way. You're so
Excellent.
close to Delverhome at the moment. It's fairly safer here. Come the next morning, you're at it again. It's
Yet a 4.
that's 5 so far. Vivek. Now, I will point out that you cannot hold that form, Drada, all day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so I'll just recast it. It's
No, I mean,
Same stuff,
it okay. It's
oh,
it
I
takes
see what you're saying.
it only lasts for a
Yeah.
few moments. Basically, you don't
Oh, it wouldn't
turn
it
into
wouldn't
that
help.
form. Yeah, it wouldn't help in the
Yeah.
long run.
Okay. Never mind. Then I'll roll my D4.
Hammond will drag it.
That's a 2.
All All right. So
Getting my spell points back.
halfway through the day, you've made it. You've collected 5 successes, and you're really close to Elverhome. Shouldn't take. It only takes 2 more successes to actually get to the gate before nightfall. Before night. Before moonset. Let's say.
Moonset.
Hours.
Oops. Whoa.
That close, Vec really like puts on the effort and to show off at how strong he is.
Whoa.
Everybody does.
Well, debatable.
I am power.
Hemon is tired.
Well, Hemon
I
succeeded.
really want a cut.
Hemon and Drada both get a success, so that's 2. But then
It's that home stretch.
Vec throws in another hit and 3 raises to take it to 11 successes total. So you guys actually get there fairly quickly. Long before the moon set, and you reach the gates and.
This was a bad idea. Wastes a lot of time. But we have a giant skull to hang over our Adventurers Guild when we build it. Whenever we do that, if we do that, hopefully we do that.
Look at them standing on the walls, watching the hero come home, dragging that skull. Look high, Vex.
The dwarves and guards at the gates of Delverhome just kind of look down at you guys and go, "Do you need any help?"
Ah, nay, friend Vec. He carries it himself. Look at him.
It's like have it held like a canoe over my head, a little wobbly, just like.
I've got it. It's fine.
I'm constantly stumbling.
I'm
trying to help. I'm just stumbling from exhaustion.
They help you bring it
Up
in the
the
rest of
stairs.
the way, and they ask, "Where did this come from?" They start, applying you with questions of what this is all about. What are your intentions with this thing? What story do you tell?
I just straight up tell him that we're gonna build an Adventurers Guild here, and this is gonna go on the outside of it as a trophy to show how badass we are.
Yeah.
Hemon
Take my robot
is already
and
at.
dive in the lake
Hemon's at the
or
bar.
river.
Did you tell them the story
Sorry.
about it coming to life and you guys fighting it and all that sort of stuff?
Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Hemon is dragging over a keg.
They listen. They're like, give me a persuasion. Give me a performance roll for
Me?
the story. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
While he's telling that story, I just take off my robe and dive into the river downstream and just float because I'm exhausted.
You tell the story. You don't tell it in a particularly entertaining way. They're like, nah, all right, good for you. Sounds like you had fun.
No, it was
Well,
terrible. I was
cure
wounded
this.
and I had moss growing in my wound, and then my wound healed, and it was weird, and they pinned me down. It was, yeah. Yeah,
He fought
don't-
us more valiantly than the snake, if you can believe it.
We'll take this over to the builders and tell them to hold it for you.
Perfect. But we must be off. We have a journey ahead of us.
So soon. It's past moon. The moon shall be setting soon. You'll have less light. Perhaps you should go wait till.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, I
What
What
guess,
is
should
light
wait
to
till
a
the-
warrior?
I guess Strada can't
glimpse
go
of
anywhere.
morning.
Strada just floats down there like he's like a dad in the
John's
lazy
just floating
river.
down the river. You hear this the pseudo bitching coming from the river bend. I'm not going anywhere. We just got back. This damn snake. Yeah.
All right.
And I turn
next
myself
day.
into salmon and start swimming around.
Okay. You also have the option of dropping off any of that other loot that you have uncovered, so you don't have to haul it all across creation.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, the next day comes, and you can set it back off onto the path again. And with that, we're going to restart this this journey. All right, so
Journey.
the expedition to sorry, the expedition to the Silver Ruins is calculated as by the slope, by the slow route. Hang on. This,
Look at that thing.
what is going on here?
You can see the moss on the wall that we had to stick into your wound.
Yeah, thanks.
That's right.
That's
There's
Vex
all of our
moss.
bandages just waiting to be plucked.
Bandages as far as the eye can see.
What the heck are you all talking about?
Don't worry
The
about
picture.
it.
But
You're not a part of the fun, James. You don't know.
Well, fine.
6 days journey to the Silver Ruins.
Take 2. This is like when you try to go somewhere with kids. We gotta go back. Look at all the stuff we left.
All right, so assuming the same rolls as last time.
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
All right, so let's roll quickly for each for possible encounters.
Ooh.
Ooh, let's see what we get, folks. 5 for the dawn, an 8 for the morning, 3 for the afternoon, 5 for dusk, 7 for evening, and 3 for midnight.
3 to midnight.
No discoveries. All right,
No
so
discoveries.
So, as the navigator, you kick off with a survival check there, Hammond, to make sure you guys are setting off in the right direction for the day.
Hammond stretches on the threshold of Delverhome and doesn't survive. Pulls a hamstring.
And we die.
Well,
All right.
I might
So,
spend a Benny on that if it's allowed.
yeah, of course.
Because that does not bode well for us.
It would mean that
Okay.
you made no progress that day, but you still
Ooh,
traveled.
there you go.
Oh, a success.
Nice.
Okay.
We need some progress. We need some.
I second
It's
that.
worth a Benny. It's worth a Benny.
All right, so the rest of the morning passes uneventfully. As you reach into as you get into the afternoon, however, the scout can make a notice check.
Oh.
Oh. Oh my.
I notice,
They notice.
all of
Yes.
the things as
Oh,
all
you
of my
notice.
dice
Oh, here, keep it
continue
going.
to
Lordy
Keep it
Lord.
going.
and it never stops. Be a 32.
Holy cow.
That's a hit and a raise.
I would say so, yes.
That's a
Wow.
32
See?
on the die roll there.
No
So-
way.
I'm
Yes,
assuming you're
wait,
still
Hammy.
traveling at the slow pace, right?
Yeah, well, what does this buy us?
Well, what this does is it buys you the chance to draw 2 cards and pick which one you encounter.
Yep.
Just checking in case this was like when you play like Mario Kart and there's a speed bump.
Yes.
All right, where am I drawing these cards from?
Hang on a second.
The secret card
You're
hole.
so keen right now. I can feel your eyes peeled in the horizon.
Insert your hand into the secret card hole.
Where is my cards?
Pull a card from this box of mystery.
Well, what's inside? Pain.
And misery of the cardholder's box.
You drew the giant spider again.
Okay.
We're gonna use this quick chase card deck here to draw cards from. We're just gonna use the card, the suits on it though, not the rest of the effects on the card. So, drawing 2 cards to the table.
Oh.
Got an ace of clubs, and I cannot. This is the problem I've been having all day with Foundry, is that something will come to the table, and then I can't move it unless I refresh. I don't know what's causing that problem.
I got the ace of clubs, which means obstacles, And more
No,
obstacles. Oh no,
No,
and
no.
then a
Hey, and
reward.
and a
I wonder
reward.
which of these I should choose. Possibly the obstacle. No, I'm definitely going to choose reward.
Thank you, because it sounded like you weren't, and I was, I was really concerned. I was like, "Whoa." Let's
James,
talk
whose
about
team
it.
are you on, anyways?
Discordias.
All right, so with that, I will say that you do not have to roll for foraging as you find an ample source of food on that day.
I have uncovered a layer of rats, and I have killed them all.
Yeah, so describe the food source that and how you save the party from having.
You sure you want to pick rats?
A swarm.
You can pick anything.
A swarm of succulent deer. Come across and we
A swarm of deer.
swarm of deer.
You've really
Okay.
created a visual that's hard to get over.
Yes. You're welcome. A
that-
swarm
yes.
of deer appear, and I fire off my arbalist
Not to be
crossbow.
confused. Not to be confused with a herd of bees. Don't
Oh,
confuse a
You
swarm
don't
of
want to
deer with
encounter a herd
bees.
of bees. They have legs. Yes, a swarm of deer appear. And
to a
we have our
goblin?
food source.
did you kill the whole swarm?
No.
You
Okay.
killed all the deer?
No, I never said. I said a swarm appeared of deer.
My
retain-
mouth was open. I got deer in my mouth. Ah.
Man, these deer keep hitting my windshield.
I was gonna
Swarm of
say that,
deer.
and I was like, wait, that works though.
Yeah,
There's
we
deer all
we encounter
caught in the
a
grill of
herd
my
of
vehicle.
deer, and I take one out, and we are
Only
able
one?
to eat. Shut up, you guys! Oh my god!
It's just that it's a whole swarm. Like I just,
I mean, we
can't
even
carry that many.
Deer.
You got a couple of them, but they're very small.
Wait.
They're only one meal each.
are we sure that these
They're
are like big
bite-sized.
enough to feed all of us? Should
No, they just feed
They're about this
Vec.
big.
They're cute little midget deer.
Yeah.
They taste really good.
Swarm of deer. Boop-a-doop, Not it alone.
it is a
You
swarm?
made them
I
sound
get
like
it
little
now.
goats, just boop-a-dooping all along.
I'm completely on board now. I understand. That's when I get out weighted net and the hammer.
Yes.
And
There you
I'm
go.
just,
Whack-a-mole.
just
Whack-a-mole
gonna
with a swarm of deer.
smash them all.
Yep.
Like that's how you make hamburgers.
That's
Actually.
such a waste of life. Killing all these deers. We're not gonna eat all that.
Hemon will.
Sure. Try it out.
Y'all can watch.
Okay. Yeah, that's what happens.
Okay.
Reward. Like a couple got away. 5. That's how much you need to propagate a species, right? We let 5 go.
Get away. They're coming.
A swarm of deer.
Before they lay eggs on all of the plants.
Does the swarm of deer lay the eggs first and then run? Or does the swarm of deer continue to hide in the...
Ah, Drutta,
the hive?
get away from the
deer
hive. It's over there and don't kick that. The queen is inside.
The queen deer, yes. James, love you, bro.
Like
For
even
some
more
reason
now.
Right now, I don't believe you.
Must I get the moss back out?
All right. So what happens
Prove
next,
our love.
Cheyenne?
All right. So
The deep
next,
love of feathers and
you
arms.
guys settle. You guys travel on until dusk. Because of the deer, you don't need to make any foraging rolls for rations.
Phenomenal.
Sweet.
And you settle in for the night, and you set up camp, and the scout, the lookout has to just make a notice roll over the course of the evening because you pulled a low die roll that from around midnight.
Oh. That's you.
Of course,
Beth.
this can be assisted by other players that represent the general effect of the party helping each other out.
That is not me, actually. That is Drada. Drada is the lookout.
Mm-hmm.
I am? Oh, okay, that's right. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry, the
I'm
swarm of
looking at
deer
the
distracted
I'm looking
you so
at
much.
I'm looking at the binocular, and I'm like, that's obviously for seeing.
I have a 5. I will take it.
Okay. And so, you are sitting around the campfire, and keeping watch over everything, and there we go. And you catch noise of something attracted by the smell of roasted deer.
Great.
Sniffling around the edge of the through the labyrinth nearby. You think perhaps there is a predator approaching your campsite.
I kick the fire out so I can trigger my. Don't I have like a pseudo dark vision? Let me
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, you do.
Ah,
Cool.
Yeah,
well,
trigger my.
elves
you're
have
the one
low
that's
light vision.
fighting
They
this
basically-
now.
Elves have
Yeah.
low light vision, which basically means that in dim light they don't get penalties like humans do. Humans have a -2 to anything they do in dim light, which is
Okay.
anything that you're doing, Hemon, unfortunately, that isn't lit by torchlight.
I have everlasting torch. Watch out.
Yeah, so I kick the fire out, and I want to see what this animal is that is hunting us. I want to prowl with it and look at it.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll to find it quietly enough without revealing yourself.
Oh.
Yes, this will go perfectly. Nope, not without a Betty.
Drada's jewelry. Let it know.
Oh, wait, I think I clicked the Betty twice. That's my fault. I'll give
Yeah.
myself one. All right, let's see. Stealth.
Still
Son
not
of a
good.
gut. No. Goodness gracious. Driving
All
you're
right.
not worth anything but spellcasting. So I stumble across the fire pit, trying to casually look at this beast.
Well,
Was your-
it wasn't a critical failure, or but
So your robe didn't catch on fire from stepping in the campfire.
you
Yeah.
try and creep up on the creature, and you are not able to get close enough to it without it hearing you as well.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, sorry. I'm clearly okay with. I'm going up, like making eye contact with it if I can,
mhm.
and like I want to examine it. Like I'm trying to not be hostile. Like I'll crawl on all fours and just kind of crawl within about 15 feet, 10, 15 feet of it, and just kind of crouch and look to see what it is. Sorry, I didn't clarify.
Wow.
Okay.
So I'm okay with it seeing me.
All right. All right. Then let's see how what this creature is here.
That's brave.
Eh.
Because what if
It
it's a
is brave.
spider?
It's only brave if he survives.
Yeah, that's a great point.
That's why I have spells. I just be like,
Bubble. Meanwhile, Hemon
That's
can't
right.
see. Hemon's sitting by the campfire like, what gives? Huh? What?
All right. So 10 of spades. It is you become peeking around into the darkness, and you see you start trying to figure out a form, and you think you see a couple of eyes kind of glinting off the moonlight there, but then you also see another set of eyes and another set of eyes, and they all just seem to be clustered around themselves. So they're like, how can there be 3 eyes in a cluster and another 3 eyes in another cluster? It doesn't
Uh-huh.
make sense until you hear it to hear its 6, 7, 8 footstep legs as it comes crawling over the stone towards you, and it gets just within your visual range, and it is some sort of kin of that thing that you first woke up in the den of weeks, months ago. A spider comes crawling up out of the darkness at you.
Okay.
And
Can I tell with... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and we're going to draw cards.
No. Can I tell... Before we do, can draw take 2 seconds to identify if it is a male or female version of the spider? Is it ultra colorful? Is it oversized? Does it give any traits of a female arachnid?
It looks like the black ones that you saw back in the caves, the dark colored ones. And let's just put you guys all here on the table here. Activate this.
Is Drada close enough to get webbed?
It's about 15 feet. It's probably about 10 feet away from me by now, so maybe.
And
Hey, what's up, boogers?
Hey, MB.
Just in time to watch Drada get webbed into a hot dog shape.
Yep. I'm trying to determine if this spider is male or female.
Would you like to share with us what you plan on doing with that information?
It is a secret, and it is science. I will do science things.
Oh, hashtag science things.
Hashtag science things.
I gotta
Hashtag
refresh.
science is sexy.
Yep, it's refresh time. Because we are entering a new realm of phantasm.
Indeed.
Spider hole. Just take a moment to imagine a spider being attracted by the smell of roasted meat. That implies multiple things. A, it has a palate that is developed because it likes cooked food. And B, it likes meat enough to venture out into the darkness to a strange species camp to request some.
these are about the size of large dogs. These
Big enough.
spiders.
Ah. Should be ripe for the killing.
And there's in the darkness, and it's hard to make out because their natural skin color. The only thing you can really spot is the red eyes reflecting in the moonlight. So you're not exactly sure how many of them there are at first.
Oh, so this is a cluster. Okay, this is like a...
Yeah.
This would be a nest of spiders. Or a swarm.
It's a
of
hunting party. It's a hunting party of spiders.
Oh,
It's a swarm of spiders.
okay.
Okay, James,
All
that's my last one.
So,
The funny
and
thing
spiders
is
pull
that
a
I
high
found
card.
hilarious about that is I intentionally said swarm, and then it just became this long-winded joke. So what's going on?
So they pull a high card on the king, and the first spider comes in, just kind of
Oh boy. Oh boy.
chitters in at you. Their pace is 8 until it
Ooh.
let's see, and then these.
Cool, they're faster than all of us.
That one can move into you as well.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, I'm toast, folks. I'm toast.
Oh no.
This one,
Oh, watch out, Drada! It's a swarm of spiders!
Wait, do we know? Can we tell what's happening?
I don't think so, no.
I think you guys are asleep because it's the middle of the night, right?
No, we were eating, right?
this is pretty late in the night.
Yeah.
Vec is definitely
This was
Drada
midnight
right
never,
on the charts.
Drada never called out to alert the rest of the party of what was
Oh,
going
no.
on.
Oh boy.
So
Okay. Now's your chance.
So, first round, on your cards, you guys will get a chance to get a notice roll to wake up and join the fight.
Oh my
but
God.
That's
failing
brutal.
those nose rolls, yeah.
I like it.
Cool.
But the two spiders get their attacks first. Yeah. So first one actually tries to web you.
Ooh, that's
Very
definitely a
successful.
success. Oh, Drada, you're so screwed, dude.
I have ideas.
It hit with a raise, which means you are bound.
Oh.
Okay.
Which means the only action you can take on your turn is to try and break free.
Okay.
You are also which you're also entangled, which usually means, in addition to being bound, entangled comes with a you're bound, which means you're distracted and vulnerable, and as long as you're bound, you cannot make physical actions other than trying to break free.
Okay.
So they got you, and they're like, and there's something incredibly familiar about all of this. Like, isn't this how you guys met each other in the first place?
Ah. So this would definitely trigger my hindrance of being a coward, because I'm probably going to be triggered a little bit.
Back in the cocoon.
All right, and the second one
Yeah.
then attempts to bite,
Oh.
which is a hit on its attack.
Oh my
for
God.
a wound to Drada,
Oh.
unless you try and soak it.
Oh no. No, I'm the only thing that Drada's. Go ahead.
No, that's all.
Okay. Only thing Drada's going to do in this whole thing, since he's probably got his hindrance triggered,
Let's
is
cry.
scream for help. That's all he's
Alright.
going to do. Help me! Spiders! We're being cocooned again!
All right. So you take the wound. You're shaken as well now, and it is your turn to attempt to break free. Or first you have to unshake them. So give me a vigor check to unshake. No, spirit check. Spirit check. To unshake.
Fair check. Whoops.
Believe in yourself.
Nope. Wait. What?
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I clicked it twice. The first one was a 3 and a 1.
Okay. That is not enough because you're actually, because you're distracted and wounded, you have a -3 to that roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, your
So
roll is a
he's-
0 total there.
Okay. He's not going to try to break free because I want to use my hindrance. And make that. All he's doing is cowering and screaming. That's that. Like, help me, help me, help me. That's all
Well,
he's doing.
you unfortunately, because you're you don't even have a chance to try and break free. But you certainly
okay.
you can scream out.
Okay.
And which means that the next person up, Vec, you get I'm going to give you a +2 on your notice to wake up from Drada's screaming.
Ooh.
Okay.
Help me.
Oh,
critical failure.
Wow.
You have become so numb to Drada's panic attacks over this sort of thing and his howling and stuff like that. You sit up really quickly with your blanket, throw it, and you pull it over one shoulder, over your head, and you lay back down, just go to sleep.
No, really help me.
Enough of the dang swarm jokes. Blanket over his head as you say, "Oh, swarm of spiders! Oh no!" And yeah, he passes out.
Hammond, you can.
Oh, M boogers that use the reroll that die for me. So
You cannot re-roll critical failure.
Oh, that's right. That is right.
But
Well,
you can
Hammond
certainly take those
failed. Hammond failed, so she can
Hammond
reroll
failed.
hers.
Hammond can get a free. I'm gonna click on the re-roll button here for you, Hammond. I'm not sure
Okay.
if you get it.
I Oh,
There we go.
Yes, a 4.
4. That is a
Yes.
success. You wake up and may take your action. You lose 2 points of your pace just standing up, but you can see that Drada just over there at the edge of the firelight, kind of covered in this white webbing, struggling and screaming in a muffled voice.
I'm gonna just shake off the sleep. Can I wake up Vet? Is that allowed?
Yeah. You're awake now. That's what the roll was for.
Okay, I'm gonna just start.
Oh, and can you wake up Vec? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can wake up Vec, but he has lost his card for the round, but he won't have to make the roll next time.
Okay, well, I'm gonna jostle him.
You move over to Vec, wake him up, and then what do you do?
I'm gonna run to Drada. Let's see how close I can get. I can probably.
Let's see. Starting from where you were, let's see. To get to Vec.
I think she'd have to roll her pace, her run die.
Yeah.
Getting from Vec and then to Drada would to get within range where you could attempt to either free Drada or attack the spiders you'd have to at least roll a 1 on your running die. So you can just say
roll pace.
Yeah.
You can just say I'm running, and we'll just.
I'm running.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, I am.
You got
Run,
plenty of.
him and run.
You can end up anywhere you want around there. Just let me know where you want to be, and.
Okay, cool. Is it possible for me to also occupy the square of a spider?
No, you don't generally in Savageworlds. You don't occupy the enemy square.
So leaping upon it is not allowed.
We can describe it that way, certainly.
Okay,
But,
well, I am going to leap upon the spider that is nearest to Drada, and let me target them.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to...
Remember, you can always just drag your weapon attack right onto them to fire it off.
I am going to completely, reach back and pull off my hammer of power that I sleep with.
Of course.
And bring it down upon the skull of this beast.
Do it.
Oops. I clicked it twice, so ignore one of them.
Yeah. That's why I said dragging on the characters a little bit easier.
It's very sensitive.
I've noticed the double click has been happening.
Indeed.
Well, your first attack was a miss.
It was. So I might need to roll a Benny or throw a Benny to the gods, because that is shameful and it just does not befit the situation. But really?
Spend a Benny to do what there?
To re-roll that.
Which one? Where did you re-roll? Where did you spend the Benny from? From the second one?
The first one.
First one. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Looks like. Yeah.
Did it really do 3 again?
I think Foundry's dice just messed up, but it's saying 6 in the chat.
Oh, okay. Weird. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Where is it? No. That second one was her. She double clicked it. I'm gonna so we're gonna do this one more time. Just I'm gonna roll this one more time just to settle it so we know that what's going on. All right, so you spend the Benny, and the reroll hits. So now roll damage.
Pow! All right.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. Oh wow!
All right, so that just the hammer comes crunching down onto the exoskeleton of the second spider, the one that had just had its fangs sunken into Drada, and with that, it just you just crunch it, and the creature is no more. And that is the end of the first round. Second round, Drada pulls the red joker. Everybody gets a Benny.
Nice job.
Ooh. Yes.
And everything you do is at +2, Drada, if you want to try and break free. So, but still puts you at a -1 because you're distracted and vulnerable from the entangle. So, first thing you need to do is to unshake, which is going to be a spirit check, -1 all day. But just click on spirit and we'll see if it calculates it. It should all calculate it.
Oh, okay.
A 1 and a 2, however, is not enough. You want to try and recheck that? Yeah, it included all the penalties that you should be having. So that's good.
Nope. I will try to break free.
You didn't unshake. If you don't unshake, you cannot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to either unshake so you can take that action, or you're stuck just
chilling in a web.
I will continue to cower.
Okay.
I will continue to cower.
All right, and with that,
Please help me, Heaven.
Hammond, you got the next action.
Friend Drada, I see you are a bit stuck. And I am definitely, well, I expect nothing less. Where is this other spider? Let's see. I can see you, and it's not going to go very well for them because I am going to drag. I'm going to try the dragging. Let's. Oh, hold on. Now my character sheet is in the way of the spider. Hold on, I'm moving it. Okay, let's try it. Bam! Okay, it works. And
Nice.
it is a 7, which we will humbly accept.
All right, 7's a hit. Roll damage.
Oh,
Nice.
All right,
take
that
Well
crushes
done.
that one.
wow.
That one is squished as well. Vec, having been woken up very unceremoniously by Hammond screaming, Drada's in trouble, what do you do?
I am going to begrudgingly run to Drada's aid, leaping to my feet, just grabbing Heart Striker, and I'm going to start taking Heart Striker and cutting him out of the web.
Just putting him out of his misery?
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna try to carve him out of the
Shut
web.
up! I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
He said he wanted me to do this if it has ever happened again.
Exactly.
Would that be an athletics check to try to break him out?
Yeah, it is. It would be opposed athletics.
Ooh,
Or
if you get a
strength.
critical failure on this, does he actually get
athletics or
stabbed?
strength to try and break out of an entangle. So, yeah, just go ahead.
Do you want me to do athletics or real strength?
Either you get to choose athletics or strength. If you're
strength.
trying to rip it open, or in this case, cut it open.
That would be a
All right.
success.
There you go. So with a success, you reduce him from entangled to bound. He can now take actions if he unshakes
Okay.
that aren't just trying to escape. But he's not free of all the webbing.
Gross.
And then on the next go, spiders. And the 2 spiders that you were fighting are dead. The 3rd spider, however, that was on the wall behind you guys,
Oh,
comes
It's not.
crawling down.
cool.
Friend,
Well,
make it our companion.
And is going to go for the smaller, weaker target. Because that's just their survival instinct.
Yeah.
It's going to try and web him up.
that's just who they are as a person.
It, however, misses on its webbing.
Lame.
Get wrecked, spider.
And so that is the end of its go. And high card goes to Drada on the next round.
Ooh.
Yes.
First, you have to
to-
unshake.
Unshake.
There we
There we
go.
go. Yes.
Oh,
Give me
the
something.
rainbow. Rainbow.
All right, so you can unshake, and you can now attempt to extricate yourself from the webbing, or because you're no longer entangled, you can choose to do any sort of other attack that you might want to do. Just you're not allowed to
Oh, okay. I just shoot over Vex's head and shoot the spider with a moonbolt.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I rise up from cowering because my friends have given me courage, because they are now protecting me. And I overcome my fear, and I step up and I go moonbolt. And my eyes turn white, and a bolt of moon shoots from my finger.
Magical. Look who's the roasted meat.
All right,
on.
that's a hit. Roll damage. For
3
6
damage?
points of damage.
6 damage.
Shaking.
6 points of damage, which is enough to
Yep.
shake it.
I
Excellent.
like it.
And that's my turn.
All right. Spider attempts to go. It's its turn. It attempts to. It makes a spirit check to unshake. It does not. But seeing its dead hunting party there, and you all, and you shooting weird magic fire from your fingertips, it attempts to flee the scene.
Attack of opportunity!
Both Vec and Hemon get an attack of opportunity as it does so.
We hammer
Vec,
of
you hit.
power.
Roll damage. That is that was Hemon's attack. I see. So yeah, Vec, you kill it, and Hemon, roll damage, because see if you can kill it a second time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You both are able to kill it.
You at the same time.
Yeah, no, and that spider goes crunch as well, and you have a tense few moments as you scout around the local area of the labyrinth, but there appears to be no other spiders.
Can I harvest their spinnerets?
Ooh. I
Got
feel a
use for that?
Spider-Man crossover.
I don't know. I just figured they're yeah. I'm gonna attach them to my wrists, and I'm going to
Give me
your friendly
a
neighborhood drama.
survival roll to try and do that.
Okay. It'll just be
Or healing,
my skill?
because that represents sort of your knowledge of anatomy
Oh.
and medicine.
Then I will do healing. Thank you, sir. Fire! Wow, I am jacked.
Well, hang on.
That's a 2.
I'm assuming actually no. You still had distracted and vulnerable and.
Oh, that's
on.
right. Okay.
So
Let me re-roll it.
no. I mean, a 5 is a 5 would have been a success because you had
Okay.
the
Okay.
if we discounted
Cool.
the other penalties, so that's good enough. You get a working one from one of them, basically, not from the other 2.
All right. I don't know what I can do with this, but maybe the smart people back at the camp can help me.
Yeah, maybe.
I
The
pack
next-
them away in my pouch.
You guys attempt to rest for the rest of for the remainder of the evening, and again are back on the road come morning. All right, so I think it would be interesting to get this group all the way to the Silver Ruins, and for the audience at home. So we're going to do the next bit in we're going to speed up a lot of this going forward here. This is a fun little travel system when sitting around a table, but I think for a live stream, it might be it's a bit more complicated than it needs to be. But it was worth experimenting with, and my glitches are making it hard to keep track of everything with the number of times I've had to reload this board. So to recuperate, we're gonna pull 1 danger die per remaining day, just to see, and then we're gonna narrate how you guys bypass this along the way, and any critical failures along the way will mean some wound that has been collected or something like that. Oh, speaking of which, Drada was wounded by that spider.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But we have a healing potion.
You have a healing potion. You also have a boon. Use it once per day.
Oh, right, because when I healed Vec, that was a while ago. So guess who gets the moss today?
Yeah. Give me a spirit check.
Okay. Am I feeling it?
Oh yeah, because that was not the
Am
same
I
day.
moved?
You'll get it back.
You know, it might not be a bad idea, Cheyenne, instead of having it be like dawn, morning, afternoon, just having like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6.
Yeah, but it's I'll think about it. I'm not gonna figure it out live.
No problem. Just an idea.
Yeah, this is there's a reason why it's done like this, but yeah. All right, so that is a success with a raise, so you're easily able to patch up Drada. Drada, you're back up to full health, and on the next day.
Thank you, Hammond. You are quite the incantation caster. Thank you.
Well, I am no mooncaster, but I do a mean heal by the power
Yes, you do.
of Grey.
Thank you, Vec.
So you have 5 more days
horrible.
before you get. You have 5 more days to get to the Silver Ruins, and we are going to pull 5 dice basically to represent those 5 days of travel, and
Okay.
and then we'll narrate from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So on the first day of travel, let's see, you guys run into some more of these spiders as you're going along. There's just the hive where these that attacked you that night before must have been a group kind of patrolling the edges of their territory, and so you have to either fight your way past them or try and sneak around them. Real quickly, what do you guys try to do to get past them on that day? Or you go through them or around? Describe
I'd
it.
probably try to go around them, I think.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I feel
Alright,
like I
so,
would probably like clamber up the walls or something if I'm able to, and like just scout out like safe passages and, you know, like finding where the spiders are and kind of leading Hemin and Drada not
Alright,
where they are.
So as the team scout, you give me a stealth roll,
Sure.
and everyone else can assist. And on that.
It's a 5.
All right, that is a success, but we should wait for assists to come in first.
Ooh, a 5. Using my hunting stock.
3. All right, so no bonus from Drada, but success from.
So that makes it a 6. Y'all mind if I use 2 tyrant coins to help this move along, make it an 8?
Definitely.
Well, I mean, your a success is a success.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll put them back.
Yeah.
Get
All
your
right, so
meat.
I'm trying to keep this
points.
as simplified as possible here.
Sounds good.
Cool.
And we
All right.
sneak.
The next day passes pretty much uneventfully. There no additional weirdness is encountered as you're going along. So I'm just going to have Hemin give me a survival roll to keep the party on track.
Yes.
Nice.
All
Yes,
good.
excellent.
With a raise.
Hello. Yes.
The third day, you stumble across a strange clearing in the labyrinth where there's an old dry pool, it looks like, was once here. There's all sorts of carvings set into the walls and the face. And the face is this mosaic that tells some sort of story of from some time before. But there are a couple symbols that kind of look familiar. If you guys stop to kind of look it over, you guys might be able to decipher some of this.
Ooh, this is definitely a Drata thing.
Yeah, Drata would walk up and he would, he would cast. Let me make sure I got this right. Just want to make sure I can read. It's not just spoken. Yeah. So I cast Salindra's gift on myself, and as I weave my hands, you see these hieroglyphics and pictographs and letters of all these different things kind of weave around me and soak into my mind, and it allows me to read and write sapient language other than my own, whatever this would be, and I want to read it.
Okay. Well, it's a lot of it's pictographic story, but you can pick out some symbols, and the spell actually helps you recognize some of the shapes that have faded away or been chipped away in some by age and that sort of thing. But you can see it tells the story of some of the. You think this tells the story of some gods from before.
Oh.
Okay.
It's enough. There's you see symbols that correspond to the symbols from the star charts that you acquired from that burned out manor on your way to the Thornwild, and you take some notes and scribble it down, and it'll add to your research rolls in the future to try and figure out locations for possible other ways that the other gods are being held or trapped. It allows you to collect a little bit more information.
Yeah, I just tell the group it's broken up. It's very old. From what I can tell, it's story of maybe where the gods could be, maybe where they might be. I'd have to compare this with my other notes and what we collect going further to see if I could patchwork it together. But it's very broken at the moment. But it's something. It's good.
And the
I'm
next
dead.
day, sorry.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Hemmon's like, I can't read. I take your word for it.
All right, and then on the next day, it passes pretty much uneventfully. And with your previous raise on the navigation roll, you don't have to roll again this round. On this day. You're pretty straight on the path, and you're beginning to actually see glimpses of the glittering silver towers off in the distance, the rising high above the labyrinth walls. You can actually see them, hazy though, and because it's still dim and dark and always twilight. But when the moon is right, they seem to sort of shine like these silver shafts in the darkness.
Looks like finally we have made it. Or at least getting closer.
Yes.
Oh.
Shall see the home of my ancestors. Maybe my home. Who knows?
Hemmon is awed.
And on the last day, you approach the site of the silver ruins, and you are confronted with an obstacle that you were not quite prepared for. Many of the towers have fallen, shattered, or torn away. But yet their upper reaches remain in place. floating above the labyrinth, nested on craggy rocks, blasted craters beneath them, with no tether to the ground. You're unsure how to reach the Silver Ruins from down here. But as you dig around, you find that other people, seeing such treasures that might be waiting for them up there, have attempted to jury-rig one means or another to grapple their way onto the Silver Ruins, leaving behind in their passing a very ratty and threadbare rope ladder that could be climbed, but it is exposed to the nature and unwinding in places and looks risky.
How sturdy are so from my understanding, there's these towers that have like collapsed and they're on what you've described as like kind of like mounds of rocks and stuff like that, and they're kind of teetering on that, right? Or am I wrong on that?
But okay, you see the site of this
they're
massive
floating.
There's this there is a vast foundation of a city that once stood here. The trees are all gone, however, and the dirt that the trees grew in are all gone, and everything has been stripped to the bare earth and exposed stone. Many of the towers have collapsed entirely and lay in rubble about. There are some small outcroppings and buildings here and there. But in other places, the towers remain, even though their foundations are gone.
Yeah. And
they just seem to hover there in place. Just sort of floating above the croggy rocks below.
Ooh, wow.
That's cool.
Oh, that's so magic.
But you can see that there are ropes and tethers where people have attempted to try and latch onto the towers so that they could climb up them.
How high is it?
Fairly high.
100 feet?
About at least 100 feet to the lower ends of any of the towers.
All right, so I walk up to Vec and Hemen and say, think about birds, and I'm gonna cast shape change, but I'm gonna burn 3 extra power points, and I'm going to shape change all of us into birds.
No.
Fly up to the towers.
All right.
And I can't do that. I made
Really?
sure it's only got a bullet point. It doesn't have the symbols, like I have to be veteran or whatever.
Right.
So I just walk up and let's go, and all of us turn into ravens and fly up to
Oh my god!
That's pretty cool.
All right. Well,
I'll save
it
it.
requires a spellcasting check.
Oh, spellcasting. Yep. Let me get my spellcasting out of the way. Sorry, guys. One sec.
Even if it fails, just knowing that it was like a thing.
That is a success.
We get to be birds.
It barely succeeded. The +1 from your moonstone necklace focus gives you just enough that you needed to succeed at that roll.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's narratively correct. It's the first time he tried it. He was like, "I think this is gonna work," and we all just
Oh, this is so dang cool.
a mini flock up to the thing.
We're birds.
All right. And with that, you have successfully reached the Silver Ruins.
Oh, as birds.
How late are we going tonight?
We have about another 45, 50 minutes.
Do we want to just play straight through or take a quick break and then come back with the next scene set up?
That's up to Taylor and Tony. I'm fine with
Anybody need a
whichever.
break?
I'm good either way.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, we can stay. If we only got 40 minutes.
Yeah, we
guys-
can stay.
Okay. All right. Okay. All
I've
right.
got 3 whole waters.
Yeah,
3
I can always
whole waters.
jump up and head to the bathroom if I need to later on, but I'm good for now.
One of those waters is blocking an extremely bright light, so I can't drink that one yet.
So
Your
you
water
make it
looks
up.
really good.
You make it up onto one of the rocky outcroppings of one of these floating towers, and where as soon as you land upon it, you're immediately your panic and return. The spell begins to wear off, and you reset back into your natural forms, and you take a deep breath after that brief moment of exhilaration of true flight, and now feeling once again tethered to the ground like some common base creature. You now understand why Drada changes so much and uses this power so much.
Yeah, Hemin is kind of examining her limbs, just like, these were wings. Just like mind still catching up to the body.
Yeah, I think
And
Vec
just
was
like-
actually. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Just eyeing the
moon
sky.
Yeah, I
Moon
think
power.
Vec was
Moon
like
power.
still flying when he actually transformed back. Like he was just like kind of like hovering over the ground by like maybe like 5 feet or something. And he ends up turning back and like, wow! And then it like has to roll and like catch himself and is like really unsteady.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. How was that? That's what it feels like to be a bird. At least a little bit, a moment. I can't do that very often.
It was one of
expires,
the
but
more
it got us up
impressive
here.
things I've seen happen with magic before.
Yes. Well, I figured that's the quickest way to get up here. And I don't like to climb things, so here we are.
Neither do I.
Well, you certainly bypassed another skill challenge.
Bird power.
How are we going to get out of here, though? Are you able to do that again yet today?
Hemin
yes.
looks over and starts snaking out rope.
Seems like you have exactly 100 pounds of that.
It seemed that way once. No, I fixed
Discovered a
that.
lot of it.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
fixed that.
Yeah.
I only have
it's in
one
that.
now.
Okay.
Well, no, I have. No. Don't worry. I couldn't part with all of it. I kept one. And I also kept a weighted net and a fishing net, because who doesn't travel without 2 nets?
Then all we gotta do is jump out of the tower and.
In case one
catch
gets
each
away,
other
you
with
can
the
net it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just,
Yep.
whoever gets to go down, we'll wrap them up in the net and tie the rope to it and just kind of try.
That could work.
And
I'll just turn us back into birds. Don't worry.
who knows if it'll work? Who knows if it's enough?
Here at the base of the stones that you've landed on, you are presented with this strange dichotomy of these brilliantly white and silver towers of fine elven creation, and this sort of blasted stone and uneven ground. Just piles of rubble and collapsed buildings you have to find your way to across carefully. The ground here, even here, is unstable as you walk, and shifts under your feet as you move. You feel a presence as you walk through these towers of something looking at you, this feeling of loss and remorse, and you are being watched by something.
I do not like the eyes that I cannot see. Do you feel that too?
I feel it too. Yes, Hammond, do you feel that like a presence that is not here, but is here?
But I am looking about and I can't see it. You!
I hold up. Oh yes, I hold up my moonstone and say, "If you are here, I may have been one of you, or am one of you, or we are cousins or something, and I come bearing the moonstone of the moon goddess, and we come in peace. We are here to figure out what we can to help, or educate, which is very important to me. So I'm sure it's important to all of you. If you can hear me, we mean no harm. I know we trespass, but it is for the right, not the wrong." And I put my medallion back down.
Give me a common knowledge roll, Drana.
Mm.
Oh,
Yay.
Nice.
Rainbow time.
6.
Now
Rainbow
that you're
time.
here, these, though the destruction is vast and many landmarks are hidden or gone entirely, this place is very familiar to you. You walked these streets, you know you have. There are bits and pieces that you can pick out of here that are like, you knew you sat in the sun here once. You felt the warmth on your face. There you felt the breeze through the trees here. You learned, you were taught your magics in these halls. This is where you are from.
So as I finished speaking to the nothing,
Yes.
I kind of stop as this draws into me, and I just kind of look, and not only do I remember that, but pieces, and he says, "I am from here. This is my home." And his actually voice changes just a touch, and he says, as this pseudo what do you call it, accent kicks in that's a little more common, and he says, "This is my home. This is where I walked these halls. I am from the city. This is my people's home." Andrada's voice is now gone. Thank you. Done. I have removed Andrada's annoying voice from this game.
The true magic.
Sorry that you ever took that choice, huh?
Done. It is gone forever. And he's at a tear kind of comes down. He's like, "I remember. I'm from here. This is the halls of my people. This is where I'm from."
Ulo gave you all a very crude map of the Silver City so that you could find the library that you're supposed to be looking for.
Yes.
Whoever has it can make a research roll to try and orient themselves.
It's not on my person.
I don't think it's on any of your persons. You just decide which one of you has that map. I didn't actually make it an item.
Oh.
I think,
map,
I think it would be Drada.
Yeah, it sounds like a Drada thing.
I'll pull it out and say, "I think I know. Let me look at these now that I'm here."
Okay, give me a research.
What do you want me to roll?
Research.
Okay.
Or research is not a skill in this one, right? Academics.
Yes, I have that.
Yeah. You know, they dropped research for Savageworlds of Pathfinder. And just made it academics. All right, so yeah, you have a pretty good idea of where you think the library should be. You start heading off in that direction, kind of like picking through the
Drada
rubble,
is like
and navigating through the
excitedly-
city streets.
Yeah. Drada is without fear. He is at home. This way. Come now, please. This way. Come. And he's moving, and you hear as he takes off. You hear down the hallway. Come. As he's moving as fast as he can. Not as fast as he can, but he's moving.
Yeah.
Excitedly. Vec is definitely like keeping his eyes peeled and like looking around, making sure that no spiders or like ghosts or spirits or anything are gonna like come after them. So I'd like to roll notice, just kind of keep my eyes peeled.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Oh,
Rainbow.
That is a 15. That is a success with 2 raises.
All right. As you move through the rubble, keeping pace with Drada, you spot many shadowy forms through broken windows, or gliding their way across majestic causeways that connect from one tower level to another tower higher up from the ground where you are. You just see these drifting luminescent forms aimlessly wander across the bridgeways and then just melt through the walls into the other towers.
Drada, we are not alone here. I can see them moving through the windows, across the ways.
Yes, I don't fear them. I don't. If they attack us, it would be very... I would not expect that, but I'm not worried. And I cast a cantrip Moonbeam to just kind of light up the area. If this helps, I will see if I can give us some light to help you. And just, boom, Moonbeam cantrip. Let me roll a spellcasting.
Yeah, and if you get a raise, you get the point back.
That's a raise.
That's a raise.
That's an 8.
That's cool. Home turf advantage.
Yeah. Does that help, Vec? Is that better?
I could already see you without, but Hammond, I am sure it helps her. This
Hammond
place
is
was
going
once
to remove
beautiful.
her helmet.
Eventually, you find your way down a boulevard to where the library should be, and you spot the door half buried behind some fallen stonework. Faces of long forgotten elven scholars glaring up out of the rubble and the dust and the dirt. You have to gently pull them away from the door in order to uncover it so that you can open it up and enter.
Okay.
Yeah, you do so.
We do.
No checks required.
Softly. Just delicately and with respect.
And then once cleared, you push open on the broad double doors that mark the entrance to this library. The door creaks open, and the musty smell of old paper and leather sort of drifts into your nostrils as you open the door, and you can see this pale, gloomy blue light beyond. You move into the library of Silas Brightwood.
That's you. Stupid dust.
Oh. Yes, I've been here. I know where we are. This is library. This is our library. And is there any way to light up like some torches or sconces or?
You have
was
your
that
light
all
though,
just
don't you?
magical lighting back in the day? Yeah, but I mean to light up the whole place.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Well, I'm trying to get this map to load here.
We made it to the library.
I'm gonna have to reload. There's some stuff now.
We did.
Yeah.
I can't believe Drada is from here. Holy crab.
Neither can draw. Well, I mean, I guess he believes it now because he remembers. Tony can't believe it.
This changes everything because, I mean, everybody's home somewhere.
Yeah. Ooh, what is that? What are these?
Oh.
Do I know what this is?
This is the library. What are you talking about?
Well, this glowing Sith orb in front of us.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, that part. You
Oh,
see, I just haven't gotten
that.
to that part.
Don't worry about it, okay?
Yeah, don't
All
worry
right,
about
so inside you can see the
Mind your
stacks.
business.
You see the stacks of the library. Hang on. Tables with papers strewn about it, laid out, books. Um, what you expected to see with all the destruction around here is books scattered all over the floor, but it looks as if something has been tidying up the books, all shelved properly on the stacks, but down the red carpet that lines the center of the library, there are these strange glowing circles on the ground, these sigils that emanate a burnt and black patch of ground. There are several of them, and at the heart of each one of them, a figure, translucent and shimmering, seems to wander to the left, to hits the wall of the symbols on the ground, and then recoils as if it's trapped. And then it kind of tries to push against it, and it is thrown back, and then it just sort of like blissfully stops until it seems to have forgotten that it can't leave, and then tries again. Although smoke kind of flows throughout the whole library, and these dim, you can see you don't need to light any sconces. All the sconces in the room, in the library, are lit from this strange, glowing, magical, ever-burning lamps that decorate all across the library.
Can Drata roll a spell check to see what kind of spell this is?
You head up to the, not from here, not from the doorway.
Not from here.
You have to go up and examine those runes.
I go to start walking forward, and I stop myself, and I say, Vec, could you look to see if there's any traps between us here?
You actually see Vec is quite a bit of ways like from where you're at, and he's already kind of examining the floor, the various tiles, checking to see if there's any kind of like darts or anything that'll fly out of the bookcases. But he's being very wary of the runes on the floor, and he does not want to step on them.
Yeah.
Do you need me to roll thievery? Or is that notice?
No, it is thievery to detect traps, yes.
That is a 5.
All right. You see no traps in the bookcases. No strange traps within the floor. There's nothing left behind of a mechanical nature in any way. You examining for some sort of magical thing other than the clearly obvious sigils on the ground. You don't see anything.
Right.
Anything that would be a trap here would be magical in nature, not mechanical. And that is
all
not
right, I will move on.
As a spellcaster, Drata, you naturally can just sense magic. It requires to decrypt what kind of magic requires a specific spell called Detect Arcana.
Okay, gotcha. All right, gotcha. All right.
But you
then
definitely
I will
you can
move-
sense the magic of this place. You can sense the magic of the circles that have been created. You know that this was definitely something that was done and is magical in origin. But that's not that big of a stretch. Anybody can kind of see that in this case.
All right, so I'll move up kind of close to this ball, avoiding any magical runes on the ground, anything looks suspicious. I can roll a notice check or whatever you need me to. But I want to come up to this. I'm enamored with this, and I'm not even paying attention to any of the books or anything because Drada is like, I need to help. We need to help this person.
Do you know that they are a person?
Well, it was a spirit, and it's coffee time.
It is not coffee time.
Coffee time.
Coffee time. That's my favorite. No, everybody gets a Benny.
Yeah, everybody gets a Benny at coffee time.
Everybody gets a Benny at coffee time.
Yeah, you know
I
what?
mean, it's only right.
Sure, sounds good. Everyone gets a Benny.
Oh, yay!
Coffee time.
You're the best, Cheyenne. You're the best. You spoil us.
I didn't hand out enough bennies along the journey to get here. So,
Oh my god.
Hammond,
this
do
is
you
the
just stand there
best.
by the door? Or what do you do?
No, Hemon is
You can see off to the either side. I mean, they immediately the goblin goes on ahead looking for traps. The wizard goes ahead to look at the spirit trapped in the circle. You look off to either side as your warrior instincts of checking the periphery kick in, and you can see these staircases that lead up to the left and to the right onto a second ledge that seems to overlook the library, about 10 feet up, where there's lights up there as well.
okay.
And what else is up there? You're not exactly sure.
Okay, and Drada is engaged in trying to help this individual,
Or yeah,
and Vec is
was checking for traps. last I saw.
searching. I'm gonna take note of the staircases, and I'm going to call out to them. Ah! The lights are lit above us. Perhaps the keeper of this place does lurk. However, and I'm going to replace my helm because we are now engaged in an activity. It is my creed to aid any that is being harmed. And so I must leave the staircases for now, though my adventurer's spirit does thirst to see this place from above, but there are shades here that paved the way for our visit, and we must see to them. This is Drada's home. And I'm going to join Drada, but I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to wait to see what... Because Hemon wouldn't know, I think, what to do with a ghost.
Yeah.
Hemon, I think, is from a vastly more primitive society than Drada, and would have superstitions about, like, passing and ghosts or shades, or, you know, the life cycle of a person in a, you know, that has moved beyond the mortal realm. So I think Hemon believes what's going on and the power of it, but is not going to make any huge moves until Drada has confirmed.
Okay.
And can you go on hold?
Well, you're not in rounds
Like
at the
hold?
moment.
Oh,
So-
okay. Oh, you can only go on hold in a round. Okay, gotcha.
Right.
So Vec is going to
Okay,
actually clamber up one of these bookshelves. Do the bookshelves go all the way to the ceiling of this place, or can I get
No,
up
they
like
don't.
I'm going to perch
you
on
can-
top of the one in front of me, and just in
Okay.
case there is any magical explosion that happens, I'm not on the floor when it happens.
All right. You clamber up to the ones on top of you, and you get a better view of the surrounding areas, somewhat. And actually, let's see if I believe I did this.
Drada, there is something further ahead. Very large orb. I don't know if you've seen that yet.
As I'm like kind of perched on top of this.
And I kind of just peek around. Okay, we will see. Oh, nope. Drada's voice has changed. We will see what this is in front of us, and then we will move on. Behind.
So
I'd like
and
to-
from up there, you can actually see the upper platform that off to the side, and another set of stairs that goes up to that platform on this side from where you are.
Mm-hmm. Place is
And you can
huge.
see some doors on the wall there that go off into side chambers.
Yeah. Man, this thing is huge.
Yeah.
Vec is gonna jump over to the next bookcase. And then
This one is dominated by a large pillar that goes all the way to the ceiling.
Okay.
There's an area to walk around it along the edge, and you can see another door off to the left there.
Yeah.
Drada, there are spirits in the distance as well. Trapped
Through
like
the
this one.
stacks to the north, yeah, you can see another circle with another spirit trapped in it.
To the northwest. I cannot see
I
any
would
others.
like to. Thank you, Vec. Thank you. Just keep an eye out. I don't know what hides in these shadows. I will try to ascertain what this is in front of me. And I would like to. I don't know what to do, GM, but what Drada would like to do is. You know what? I'm just gonna pop a moon bolt, not at the spirit, but if this is like a globe around the spirit, like a shield, I would pop it at like the corner. It doesn't have a corner because it's a globe, but on like the bottom curve, as far away from the spirit as I can, but still hitting the barrier. And I'm just gonna pop off a moon bolt to see if it has any effect.
Moonbolt at what are you trying to do? You're trying to attack the barrier?
Yeah, but I'm trying to at the very edge of the barrier, as far away from this.
So you're
one
not.
narrative
So
as-
you're not attacking the spirit inside, attacking the barrier that's holding
right.
it.
Yeah, the strictly targeting the barrier on the outside.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
Incoming.
Nice.
Oh, explosion.
12. Okay. And with that,
All hell breaks loose.
Oh boy, that's a big one.
11 ghosts show up.
no.
Who are you gonna call?
When you do so, you can feel another force, another source of magic unravel for a moment,
Okay.
and the barrier seems to flicker and weaken, but it returns. A few moments later, it returns and kind of reforms.
So Drada probably feels that this was, of his moon bolts that he shot, this was a pretty good one. And he got all of it, as they say in baseball, and it still didn't get out of the park. So he turns, he says, I do not think we can free them from here. I think we need to search. I think you were right, Hammond. We need to look around. And at that point, he would just kind of like I don't know if we want to keep going. I don't know how much time we have, but he would. I don't know how I would roll this, but he would take a look, and with his arcane training that is now coming back to him, he would like to try and triangulate where the best place to be to manage all of this would be. Obviously, it's probably on the second floor, but he would like to, I could not see everything from there. I don't have eyes on it there. And he would just be looking up, trying to triangulate where the best route to take would be to go first, if that makes any sense.
Well, give me just a notice roll.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's a 4.
All right. Well, as you step around the ruins, they don't take up the entire area. You can see more spirits up ahead, just straight up the middle there. And the most elaborate runes appear to be around the figure in the center of the cross of the library there up ahead. And he appears, unlike the others, who are listedly struggling against the barriers of in the walls where they stand. He appears to have turned from where he was standing with his back to you to look straight at you.
Okay. Dorada puts 2 and 2 together. Shot the bolt. This dude looked at us. Kind of a thing. And he says, "There. That is the one we must negotiate with first." And he's going to, ceremoniously avoiding the glyphs, make his way, I don't know, probably like right here.
Okay.
Where he's within speaking distance, so to speak.
Yeah. Right.
Not to sound redundant. And does this thing allow me to move that close, or does it have a reaction as I start?
Yeah,
to
no.
move?
It appears to wait for you to approach. And raises one eyebrow.
And I just kind of look at my friends, and I just put my hand up, and I look at this, and I bow whatever the traditional ceremonial greeting is of my elven kind.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say
it appears to be a very ghostly image of a well-dressed elf of advanced age.
Okay. And I don't recognize the face in any way, even though it's a ghost. I probably wouldn't anyways. But do I recognize the face in any way?
Give me a common knowledge roll.
Say.
Okay. Daddy.
It's
4?
familiar. It's familiar.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So then I would just bow, and I would say, "We are in your home. I am from here. We are searching for various things. We mean no harm. We know that your lives were taken in the Great Change, whatever, the Cataclysm. Please, these spirits look like they are suffering. Why do you, if I am right, why do you keep them prisoner? Why not let them free? Does this give you life of some kind? Does this sustain you? What can we do to help? Maybe break all this curse upon you.
Yeah.
Please." And I show him the moonstone and say, "I am a servant of the moon."
He looks you over and he says, "I have need of them. Their energies sustain my mind. Without them, I would wander aimlessly as all the others. But someone must look over the library. And if someone must do it, it will be me."
Okay.
What was the name of the library again?
The Library of Silas Brightwood.
St. Jean. Silas Brightwood. Would I assume that you are Master Brightwood? Yes?
Yes, you assume correctly, you were a student of mine, were you not?
Yes? Question mark? Yes.
Vasul.
Ah, yes. Dradavasu. Yes.
Why have you come back? This place is cursed. There is nothing for you here.
Me and my friends are on a journey to help correct what has been broken in the world. We seek out to free gods that have been imprisoned by Discordia. And we have come to your great library in our great home because clues to help us on this mission are here. We could help fix all of these.
Give me a persuasion.
That is the mission. Okay.
Vec jumps up to the closest bookshelf to Drata. In case something goes down.
You know, I'm going to see if I can get a raise out of that. I mean, I don't really understand how perceptions work. Can you really get a raise in a perception roll to, like, further convince
Perception?
them?
You mean...
Or, I mean, persuasion.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you can certainly get a raise.
And
A success will like make them
listen,
willing to listen to you, but a raise might, help move them, to believe you a little bit more.
Okay. So I burned a Benny. Let's see if I can get a better. Ooh,
Nice.
looking good. Come on, give it to me.
Nope.
Do you want to use
6.
two of our coins? Do you have 2 coins to make it a...
Oh, I will use 2 coins to make it an 8, please, sir.
All right. With a raise, he goes, so you've come here to fight the gods. That is not uncommon for the Vasul. Your family thought they could do this. They turned to darker powers. And they fled the city with their failure and their shame, hid in the misty veil. But we are...
Mental note of Misty Veil.
They are... Your family's weakness is not unknown to me.
Yes, there were many mistakes made by many different people. My family, yes. I do not bear that burden on my shoulders. I do not believe that my family name latches me to the mistakes of my family. I have pride in my name and where I come from, but I am not responsible for their mistakes. I am making my own path with my friends to fix the world. If you judge me for the mistakes of my fathers and mothers and brothers and sisters, there is nothing I can do to change that.
I do not judge you. But a smart man would be wary.
Granted, yes. And I am in your library, and I understand that I am at your hospitality. We only ask safe passage as we conduct our research, and any help that you may provide. These spirits, as much as I would love to help them now, I could free the entire city if our mission is victorious. And that is what I will ask of you now. I am at your mercy in your library.
You are.
Uh-oh.
Well, we'll see about that. And with that,
Ah, I knew it.
his eyes begin to glow, and you feel this wave of energy emanate out from him.
Well, we're caught in the fly trap.
Didn't ace that. Let's try that. Let's ace. Let's see if they can do any better than that. Nope. All right, so 11 is the target number. Make a spirit check to resist his domination.
Oh my God!
All
I
of
have
us,
one penny
or
left.
just him?
Okay, we got this.
You are going up against a great mind, too.
13. You see the spell coming as it begins to build, and you seem to understand what it is he's attempting to do, and you can feel his tendrils sort of writhe across your mind, but you resist and throw off his magic, and he flies into a rage.
Oh no!
And we're gonna call the session there for tonight.
Oh no!
Oh man, dude, this map is really, really cool. I love the effects that you have, and like the red glowing light and stuff on the
ghosts
on the
are so cool looking.
And the ghosts look super dope.
Yeah.
And we're so screwed.
Are they all wiggly for you guys, the ghosts?
Yeah.
Or are they the ghosts? Okay, all right. Because sometimes the animations, the macro doesn't work on my screen, and I wasn't sure how they were looking for other people. But yeah, they're supposed to be all like kind of wavy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. I'm glad.
Did you make all these animations?
Huh?
Did you make these animations?
No. Well, the tokens are from I think from the collection that I got from Forgotten Adventures. The animation on the tokens is from a macro that's just built into from one of the modules in Foundry. It's called they have all these sort of special effects macros that can create all sorts of different waves and undulations and all sorts of stuff like that. And I went through like the 100 or so different ones that they had to settle on the ones I wanted to use.
This is definitely the future of virtual tabletop. This is crazy.
Yeah, you are trailblazing right now.
Blaze trail.
Well, it does come with the limitations that it's been really janky today with things not loading properly. And I don't know what it was, because something that I updated between last week and tonight, or last week and this weekend, has made it just acting really funny. And I don't know what it is, and I haven't been able to really track it down. Like I'll drag a token to the table, and then it becomes locked to the table, and I can't move it until I like hit refresh, and then I can resize it or replace it and stuff like that. And it's caused me to slow down and get real distracted all day. I don't know why, and I don't know what it is that did it, but
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I love it. It's still worth it, in my opinion.
It's still absolutely gorgeous.
So pretty. This library.
That was great, Cheyenne. That
else.
was a fun RP between me and a go. That's the first time I've ever RP'd against a spectral intelligence. First time ever in all of my TTRPG play. That's the first time. I mean, we've done like liches and stuff like that, but this was a very cool like spectral entity. Like, this is my library, and Drada trying to negotiate that was a lot of fun. Thank you for that.
I'm glad. And a little bit more of your history kind of is coming back to you now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm still just shocked that this is in the game, because what does this mean now? Yeah. Like, as we try to understand, we woke up in cocoons, completely disoriented. We didn't remember who we were at first.
Mm-hmm.
Pieces of it came back, and now one of us's city is here. And what has happened? What has happened to the people? Why are they like this? Why is the city here? How much overlap is there with the actual timeline that we came from? Are we even from the same timelines? Like,
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's crazy.
Well done. Oh, good session.
there's
Good
threads.
session.
There's threads.
And we're pulling on them. We're pulling on one thread at least.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I tried to. There's stuff out there. You just got to find it. You know,
Yeah.
it's waiting for you. It's called.
Oh, that's so ominous. After this,
All right. Well, everyone,
everybody,
you can,
thanks for watching at home. This has been Dungeons of Discordia. I'll hand it off to the show runner here, and thank you for tuning in. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, and thank you all for watching. This was a super awesome session, and I'm very excited to see what happens next episode, which you can find out on the 21st. That will be next week, Monday at 4:00 p.m. Central Time. And you'll notice in the panels below, we are doing donations for the USO if you want to support our active duty military as well as veterans. And then we are sponsored by Misty Mountain Gaming. If you wanted to pick up some cool dice trays, other kind of accessories and stuff like that, we do get a kickback on that. And if you use code Tyrants at checkout, you will get a 10% discount off of everything in your cart. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Does anyone else have anything they needed to shout out?
I'm reeling.
No, we won't be doing, won't be any Ascended this Sunday. That'll be, you know.
So our Sunday Cyberpunk
13 days from
superhero
today.
show will be airing again on the 27th. And that is also a Sunday. That show starts at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And yeah, we hope to see you here back here again on the 21st for Discordia episode 12. Where we might die from some spectral evil dudes. So we'll see what happens. No clue.
You're gonna call.
What's gonna go? Yeah, the ghost slayers. So yeah, we will catch y'all next week. Thank you so much for watching, and love yourselves, love each other. Let's take care of this world as one people. Peace out.